Everywhere leads to everywhere in Lagos. Don't be afraid of getting lost. Kulon Peggy, shine your eye. Ekola baby say, ibe mo gbe dagba. Nothing happen now. Stop it, you the crazy. You're mad. Now. Your leg is not good. Come inside. Make a carry you.
You know what's good for you. You know what's good for you.
Yeah, boys, food this place.
I'll smash your car.
Taxi driver, Oko Ashewo. My name is Hafiz Oyetoro. I play the role of Kakafo in Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo.
Hi, my name is Ijeoma Grace Agu. I play the character of Delia.
My name is Odunlade Adekola. I play Taiwo in the movie Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo.
My name is Femi Jacobs. And I play the role of Adigum.
I'm Tiny.
Kuku. My name is Bashar.
We are the three wise men.
Now, this is the moment I've been waiting for from the process when we started shooting this film, the behind the scenes, because a lot has gone into this film. Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo, Daniel the director, and Ayobami, my co-producer on the film, they had this amazing idea about a film about a taxi in Lagos. And from the moment these guys told me, I knew there was something special about the film. And I felt so privileged for them to have brought it to my attention, for me to come and invest in the film and support them as a producer on the film.
This film primarily is about a guy who goes through a process to discover who he is. And the way he goes through that is by walking the steps of his father, taking the same steps of his father that he never really knew. So the only thing he gets to acquire and makes him feel close to his father is the car from Cruise, a vintage Peugeot 504.
We just want to tell a story about Lagos, the authentic Lagos story that hits the spot that everyone is thinking, everyone has in their minds, but nobody has really put that visually. So that was what I, Victor, Dan, 18, everyone was thinking about. And the criminals left me to write it. That's how it all started. I was bored and I took 2 weeks to write the original story. Then sent it to Dan. Dan says, okay, this works. Converted it into a script.
I just wanted to make something that get that vibe, the way I felt when I first walked into Lagos. The energy, the lights, the sound, and the beauty of it.
We wanted Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo to be a quintessential Nigerian film, to be a quintessential Lagos film, a film that captured the essence and everything about Lagos. And as such, we wanted only Nigerians to work on the film. And because it was a film that was going to be shot at night, which made it very, very technical. And we're also going to be shooting it entirely outdoors, 90% of it also outdoors. We needed the best of technical hands that could actually work on it. So as such, we pulled together Nigerians living abroad and Nigerians living also in Nigeria to put together that production team that led to the creation of this film.
Taxi driver, Oko Ashewo. Yellow and black representing. Taxi driver, Oko Ashewo.
Adigum is
the way I perceived and the way I interpreted him is naive. You can call him semi-illiterate. Although he's on the street, he doesn't have a lot of street credibility, if you know what I mean.
I play the character of Delia, a commercial sex worker, a prostitute. Well, like I like to call her character of the night. She's a very free-spirited girl, loves to have fun, loves to get paid for it. You know, when you walk along the routes where the commercial sex workers run, you see how brazen they are, you see how fearless they look. So I try to portray that. But at the same time, they're coming from somewhere, they're human beings, they would have stories, they would have backstories. So Delia also has a backstory. So in channeling her character, I had at the back of my mind that this girl was coming. She may not necessarily enjoy what she's doing, but she has to do it.
Adigun held on to Tom Cruise, not because the car was anything really sort of special, but because he had a high sentimental value for Adigun. The car represented everything he could learn or know about his father.
Ta ló ní kó bá mi bá ilẹ̀kùn jẹ́? Ta ló ní kó bá ilẹ̀kùn jẹ́? Ngbà tó wá bá ilẹ̀kùn jẹ́ ní ìsìn, ta ló máa tún ṣe?
Mo kàn wá ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ni.
Kakanfo happens to be one of the honest guy in the movie. He represents the voice of honest and faithfulness in human, and how he's able to protect and make sure that justice is achieved.
I know, I'm not here, I won't stay.
Waiting, free me, Joe. And if you touch me, I'll shout. Maybe everybody knows that you carry a shower in the house and you don't want to pay. Try me.
Dilia's relationship with Adigun could be seen as a love-hate kind of relationship. They love to love each other, but at the same time they love to hate each other because both of them have similar characteristics in that they are both strong personalities.
What today, your man? Delia represented everything that was wrong in Adigun's life. In fact, Adigun was almost even thinking that it had some meaning coming to Lagos, to work, and that sentimentalism of his father, his car and all that. But Delia came and just desecrated all of that mentality. Delia came and just, boom, splashed Lagos. That Lagos, no nonsense, no waiting for you, just unleashed a pile of nastiness, on Adigun, and his pride his ego was bruised, So Delia represents the person who actually exposed all of the flaws that he had. Taiwo was soft with him. Taiwo was trying to, guide him, talk to him, try and, persuade him, sort of like to take the job and do it well and none of that, guide him. But Delia just came like a customer, man. He's like, move the car. What's wrong with you? Shut up there. You're not supposed to talk. I'm your customer. Typical Lagos, and she's amazing. Ijeoma was amazing in that role.
That's the two-face, let's say, oh man, they smell. I've never seen fine girl before.
Delia is doing what she has to do. So, in describing her relationship with Taiwo and then Mistura is her king, and Taiwo is best described as his right-hand man. The guy who takes me to work.
Taiwo is very straightforward person, but he's deadly. You know what he's planning, like what he has in mind to do next. Meanwhile, he's very deadly, and no. I can't stay with Taiwo in this movie. He's not a real man at all. Yeah.
Taiwo as a character for Adigun was his window to hearing his father speak again. and he was desperately wanted to believe Taiwo so much, because I mean Taiwo was the one who was telling him what his father liked, what his father did and didn't do, and was Taiwo that actually opened the door to a new meaning of life. Because I mean he is used to working, he's a worker, but this work is different. This work has meaning, it has purpose, and it was Taiwo that gave a door to that. Taiwo to Adigu was everything.
One more thing, you see, if you want to make money in Lagos, right? They carry women, okay? They carry woman.
I for laugh, Sha, because it's so funny.
Femi, right?
Yeah.
This guy is just. Seriously, I didn't know it could go that bush kind of. You know, I mean, to say the guy about it.
But still watch, now we still wise pass. Good, but I will be wise next. Like unwise wise men. Not a point to. I'm not a point to. Something that scratch me here. You know what they do?
The three wise men, were they wise or crazy? I mean, these three men, you know, introduced the dark side of Lagos underbelly. So I mean, it was a shock to him. It never, in fact, the way they came into the car was rude. The way they exited was rude. I mean, they just sort of like came boom and they shocked him. And they brought with them the death, you know, that was the middle of the night life of Lagos. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, it traumatized him, you know. So I'm not calling them three wise men. I'm calling them the three evil men, you know, in the story. And that was a lovely twist.
The concept for the three wise men came from, you know, those three guys, those three statues at the when you're coming into Lagos for the first time. Those three guys. That's where the concept of the three wise men came from.
The three wise men actually are supposed to take gifts of gold, myrrh, and frankincense to somebody. But these three wise men, they can't give to the carry for the handbag.
Cutlass. Just name it.
Name it.
Keep digging.
It's deep enough now.
Hey!
Not kill me.
You were dead the very day you inherited your father's car.
Tom Cruise, that's the name of the car.
Yeah, so that's the name of the car, the name of the set. We are sitting in Tom Cruise right now.
We had to look all over Nigeria for a 504.
Yes.
Just so it can take us back. I mean, can take our audience back to what a 504 used to be used for.
And you need to know how crazy the crew went when we first of all were introduced to Tom Cruise. Everybody went wild. It was ecstatic because, you know, when you go into the 504, you start seeing some things that bring those memories that you used to have. Things like the way the girls look, the way the AC vent,
the way it smells,
the way the you know, the kitchen and everything.
Yes.
If you've ever had a 504, your uncle or your dad or somebody had a 504 before, then this will really bring very, very good memories.
Combining the fact that the 504 is one of Nigeria's best cars of all time, yeah, and it cruises well. And I said, okay, fine, what name should we add to make people laugh behind it? And I said, okay, Tom Cruise. Said it to Victor, said it to Dan, everyone laughed, and by the time Don heard it, he just confirmed it for me that okay, this is a good name. This can work in Nigeria and internationally.
Tom Cruise. That's supposed to be the name of an American actor. But not taxi name.
A very, very fine looking taxi for that matter.
Actually, when I got the script and I saw Tom Cruise, I actually thought it was someone. It's actually Tom Cruise is a taxi. Not Hollywood, nowhere. Taxi, rugged taxi are not even fair. As if they give me free, say they carry me go somewhere. Me no go. You enter.
But as rugged as the rugged rich, they stole the car, the tape, the first day they packed it.
That's true.
Imagine.
You know, we go into the process of developing the car and give the car more character, and we're like, it had to have an embodiment of Lagos on it. It had to feel more Lagos than just a yellow car with black stripes, you know. And you know, Don, one of the producers as well, just came up with, you know, the Ayo, which was referenced from Tukubuki, if I'm correct.
The first time I saw Tom Cruise, I said, wow, what is this? People with different ideas. this is a nice one. I've never thought of this, that I could just try. I'm a producer too, to be sincere, but I've never thought of it like guys like the statue of a yo, put it on a Taizi, like said, driving it all around. The fact that give me another impression, another good impression about the script, that no, this movie is going to go places, because I love the concept of Tom Cruise in the movie. It was really nice.
You see, the taxi used in the movie it happened to be the 1979 model. Normally in Lagos, all you need is just the color and all that, but there is one particular cultural efficacy, the symbol of Eyo put in front of the car, and so I've never seen such creative thing, put into a movie. Well, that symbol represents a lot. For me, it represents a lot, and it says a lot. Number one, that the owner of the car is a traditional man, that the owner of the car believes in the African, cultural values. The car, the taxi is Oyinbo's culture, but the Eyo has also blended the Oyinbo culture and the African culture. I think I like it. It makes everything look very unique, very creatively, done.
For rigging of the car, magical, because basically we had to pull off this roof. We reconstructed the car entirely. You can see the seats are mobile. We had to make the seat mobile because we pulled off the seat most times. The roof we had to cut to make it up into something more accommodating for camera and light. And we use all types of lights, down to even this, which was not planned for. A torch. Yes. A torch. I brought this torch just so that when it's dark, I can see my way around. We end up lighting the car with this.
You see, working on this film has been a very, very amazing experience for me. I relocated from the UK in February, and I've been working in the media industry for the last 16 years internationally. And coming to Nigeria, I was working with people whom I wasn't so much used to, and I had to rely on that which they told me on paper. But quite frankly, it's been a revelation. Working with Ayobami, in that sense, he's been a guy that there is more to him than meets the eyes. Like every single time you get closer to him, you learn something new. It's like he's one of those person that he has a can-do attitude. Anything he sets his head to, he wants to achieve it, he wants to do it.
Oh, this is the experience. We are living it live. Me and you. Let's experience this shit together.
Yeah, Daniel. The one thing I like about Daniel, the director, is he has an idea, but he also lets us come in. That's very, very big. Yes. Like when we say it's gonna work this way, he allows it. He believes in us, and I definitely want to work with Daniel again.
You're coming in.
You are getting there.
I'm running.
You're running like this.
Like that.
You have grabbed on your car already.
Don Omakwe. Hey! I call him Oluwa Don, the way his name is. It's not easy working with that guy, His 4 eyes sees beyond the 4. He sees virtually everything. He knows virtually everything. Don might look at you as if he's not looking, but really, he's taking notes. He's that kind of very deep guy, and I believe most producers. This is the art of producing. You have to have eyes for details. This guy he has eyes for details. There's nothing that passes him by. And he knows how to the most interesting part of him is he knows how to call your attention to things without insulting you.
I'm so happy working with all these guys. They know what they're doing. They're professional. Talking about the director of photography, director himself, the producer, the writer, all the crew. They're fantastic.
From the DOP to the director to the actors, awesome actors. It's a team I'd like to work with again.
It is also a professional, rewarding experience for me, in the sense that I was able to also work from different angles of the theater, the Yoruba, the English, from different angles, and it also enhances my professional experience. I like it. The way equipment were handled. It was, every production. For instance, this interview that I'm doing now, it's another experience for me. I never. When I was called for this interview, I thought I was going to sit in a studio. Now, the way they set the lights, the camera, and everything about this movie and working within this movie is fantastic.
This is a lovely family film, Yes, it has some very deep themes, but this is a family film, which I believe everyone will be able to enjoy. The way it was interpreted, Daniel Gary did a fantastic and amazing job.
You should go and watch this film. Why? Because it's a film we can relate to. It's about us. It's about Lagos, the Eko that we love. It's about what we experience. Each and every one of us has entered a taxi and has a story to tell. So it'll be beautiful to see your story portrayed in the film Oko Ashewo. And you can laugh about it, you can reminisce, think about what went through your mind, how you reacted when you came across some of the characters the taxi driver came across in the course of his work.
I believe people should go and see this film to know the challenges of life. There are so many challenges of life. People fail because they do not have experience on how to face challenges of life and how to conquer the crisis. There are so many crises in life. The crisis of survival, the crisis of families, the crisis of everything. But this movie will train you on even the poorest person in the world, how he's going to cope.
Go and watch Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo because it's different. I love the movie. I love the concept. I'm a producer. I'm a director. I'm an actor. I'm telling you right now that Oko Ashewo is on point. Watch it.
Oh, you're scared. Watch out for Taxi Driver Oko Ashewo.
And watch out for the three wise men.
Yeah.
Everywhere leads to everywhere in Lagos. Don't be afraid of getting lost. Kolon Pegbi, shine your eye.
Ekola bebe se, ibe mo gbe dagba. You're mad.
Your leg is not good. Come inside. Make a carry you.
You know what's good for you, eh? You know what's good for you, eh?
Yeah, boys, food this place.
I'll smash your cow.
Good evening.
Try.
Taxi driver Oko Ashewo.